Well, I thought we'd start the day off by go down and pay Mother a visit. The road should be open. It's been quite stormy, a lot of rain. I'm somehow related to everybody up here. This is our family cemetery. One way or the other, we're all kind of related. It's this cemetery goes back into the 1700s. I think it became an official cemetery in the very early 1800s. But we got relatives buried here forever. We go back a long ways. We're going to try to go down through here without crashing. It's a pretty rough ride. Up on the hill over there, that's my daddy. And way up on the hill, my grandmother, grandfather, and all of them are buried up there. Along that ridge, my young brothers that never made it very long, they're buried along that ridge. And Daddy and Grandma was buried there, and Mother, of course, is buried here. Well, our flowers are still there. I can't believe it. There's Mother. All these people are my relatives up through here. It's an old cemetery. People don't come here anymore. They'll avoid it. Let me see if I can get up through here without crashing. I am a hill climber. My God. A lot of beautiful people laying up there. They probably at one time, they were at one time probably somebody. This is a pretty rough road. Today there are memories of our dear departed. I'll show you a place we lived when I was in the 6th grade of school. We lived in those days it was called 5 Mile Creek. It's still called 5 Mile Creek, but everybody who lived in that area was referred to as living down on the creek. And we lived right down on the creek. When I was a boy, there used to be a train station right here. Here was a train station, and you could get a ride from here to Cardiff. Big tunnel down that way. When I was a little boy, there was no houses in here. This is where we built our forts and did our BB gun battles. And down here, we lived on the other side of the creek. This is what they call 5 Mile Creek here. It may even say, yeah, look there, it says 5 Mile Creek. Look at that, 5 Mile Creek. Be doggone. It was known as that as a kid. It was a snake infested water hole. We lived right over there. There's our swimming hole. That's where we swimmed. I learned to swim right there in that hole. Our houses where that little house is now with the green roof. Our house sit right down in there. This is where we live, right in that area. There was no houses up in here. We were the only house there. All the rest of the houses on up through here. We used to walk from down there at 5 Mile Creek up to Graysville to buy groceries. We walked up there about once or twice a week. We had a big garden there at Lynn's Crossing, 5 Mile Creek. This is a long hill. When I was a little boy, man, I run this hill so many times. It's nothing now compared to what it was when we was little boys. Snakes, a lot of snakes in here. You see, today's kind of a hazy day. I have flown my drone over the top of that tower up there. I had a friend that used to live right down to the bottom of it. He got killed. Yeah, we hoofed this road a minute. It's a dirt road, but an old red clay road. When we was kids, we ran it more than we walked. We never walked back in our day. I mean, we learned that if you run wide open, you could get somewhere pretty quick. If you moseyed along, it would take you forever to get there. But eventually, we'd make it up here. The coal mining doctor lived right up here. My daddy worked in the coal mines. And the coal mining doctor, he lived up on this hill. Dr. Snow. He saw the birth of some of our children. Some of my siblings. Not my children. I believe that was Dr. Snow's house up there, or somewhere up near there. Now you're going to go over the highway. This is old Highway 78, which now is Highway 22. Look at this. Highway 22 goes from Birmingham to Memphis. I-22. We didn't have that when we was a boy. It was a long, Dr. Snow had a place like that up on the hill. It may be the Snow family there. He's been long gone. I don't see a sign. But he had a big house up on the hill. Very fine doctor. He was a gentleman, you know, a doctor, country gentleman. When we was boys and girls, we'd get risings on our knees from being malnourished, and they called them carbuncles. Oh, they were murder. I got scars on my knees from them. And you'd go to the old Dr. Snow, and he'd give you some black salve, an ointment that you'd put on it. And he would sometimes lance them and do the things you got to do with them. But the old black save, I remember putting that on it, making it come to a head. That's just the way life was in those days. This is a little town of Graysville here. Got my first kiss right here in this town. That wasn't a relative, I mean, you know. Yep, this is when we was a kid, this was the big town. We lived in Graysville. I went to school in Graysville. Had my first date in Graysville. My first date was in a 1950 Hudson. We went to the drive-in theater up in Adamsville. Used to be a Greyhound bus station here. And I met Hank Williams Sr., not Jr. I met him. I met Dwight D. Eisenhower about right here in this area where the city hall's at. I met Dwight D. Eisenhower. The war was over in Europe, and Korea was still going on. He made a promise to bring the Korean War to an end, and he was elected President of the United States. I'll show you another little place. I'll show you where our home was when we moved to Graysville now. We didn't, when we was down there at 5 Mile Creek, we went to Saree High School, or junior high. But when we got to when we got up here to Graysville, we went to the Graysville Junior High. I used to work at a little place here. There's a trucking company called Ralph Bradford's Trucking. I want to show you where old Mack lived. I dated in the yellow house right there, Gail Alexander. Her father's chief of police at Graysville. I met and dated Gail. I got my first kiss. It was such a kiss. Our house was up on that hill right there. See, down in the kudzu vines. And up on that hill, right up there, see where that white house is on the hill? We had a house right there. That ain't the house we had. We had a shotgun house. And Mr. Johnson lived up here. He owned all this. Mr. Johnson was our neighbor. He was a World War II military guy. I might go out here and hit the light. Yeah, let's go that way. Takes forever to get through here. So that was a little bit of additional tour. That's a little bit more of a tour. I'm going to my cousin's house. I wrote some music for my cousins. They're my age. Well, Billy's older than I am. Billy was my brother's age, and Peggy, she's a little bit younger than me. I got up this morning and wrote a song for Peggy's sister. Her and her husband John. Big Bad John. John was a UPS driver. They're good family folks. Oh, they have beautiful children, professional people. In fact, her daughter works at my vet's office. She's the receptionist at the vet's office. And I think her daughter's working there too. We're family. Everybody was raised to love and respect one another. This is the area where they had to buy armored equipment to keep the people under control. You know, here in Alabama, they believe in control. You let them out of control and they'll start acting, well, like free people, you know, and you can't have that. You got to keep 400 police officers on duty all the time. Got to keep your tanks and armored equipment all stored up behind in here. You got to keep the army on standby at all times, because you never know in Alabama when a person could just go wild. You just never know. This is Alabama, the home of the free. We just might go crazy any minute. I've been up this old road so many times. When I moved back to Alabama, my mother moved back here, and my cousin, one of my cousins, the one I spoke about, the one I wrote the song for this morning, she let my mother stay in her house until my mother was no longer able to stay by herself, and then she moved in with me. My brother was born right about where that big house is at, somewhere up in there, pretty close. No, about where the carport is. That's where my brother Robert was born. This was my mother's home here. My cousin owned the home, but she allowed mother to stay in it. Nobody's ever lived in it since mom left. My cousin's house. We're all related on this street. It's a family thing. We own all that land from the highway over there all down through. This is all belong to our families. This is my sister's place. She got she keeps her yard up really good. She has it kept up good. And you can see by the flag there, they're patriotic people. That's my cousins. I'll just pull in here and make myself at home. Turn that fan off, because I ain't going to be going nowhere for a little while. Well, let's get off and go down and get with Billy and Peggy. I'll just keep my helmet on as we walk down there. Okay. Yeah, bring my hat, honey. Little Angelique's wild thing. She said, turn that around, let me see your hair, honey. Well, it's growing out long again. We took her down and she donated her long hair. She had hair way down to here. She donated it. Whew, it's hot. I got a long sleeve shirt on because it was chilly this morning. You got the disc? Okay. Look at who's come to greet us. Oh, we're doing fine. Thank you very much.
Hi, girl. You doing all right? Hi, Jerry.
Hey, Peggy. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bump you. It's a beautiful day today.
It sure is.
I'll take my.
Did y'all want to go in? We'll stay out here.
Well, does he feel like coming out?
Yeah, he's gonna come out.
Okay.
He's on his way. I want to see if I can't block them dogs off.
Hey,
Get back
Hi,
there.
Billy.
Get back.
Keep them there if you can.
They got the same little dog like Colton.
Huh?
They're more, we love the animals, so.
Here. Come here.
Look at
Oh, here's Junior Junior.
there. Where's
Yep.
Junior at?
Junior Junior's right there.
Here, how you doing?
Get over and lay
Billy.
down. Oh.
Good to see you, buddy.
Good seeing you too.
Good to see you.
We're making a little. Remember, we came up the last time to make a little video, and the battery died, ran dead before we got to make the video. So
Yeah.
That was the one before you got the new one, right?
there's 4.
Yeah, I got him.
Get all 4 of them out. I made. You told me to make Brenda.
Yeah,
so,
she said. She
so
said, "Tell me I want one." I said, "I will."
So after I saw your note this morning. I wrote her a song for her and John, so
Oh,
they
you
got a
did?
song on theirs, but I couldn't add it on yours because both your desks are filled up.
Oh, okay. So this two are mine and these are Brenda's.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this one starts out with you and Billy and Peggy on yours, and
That
Hello.
was good, Jerry. I
Oh,
think
thank
you done a good job on it.
well, I knew he was a country boy, and I knowed you all your life, so.
That's right.
Don't you want to sit down in the chair or something?
No, I'm fine. I'm gonna turn this off in a minute, but I just wanted to show that my camera would last that long. Coming up here, the battery went dead the last time, so
Well,
we went down to the cemetery to visit with Mother this morning.
oh, did you?
So I just rode through the cemetery, rode around the edge, and ran the camera, and we waved at everybody as we went by. And then we came back to our house in Old Lynn's Crossing, down at 5 Mile Creek. And
Is that house still standing?
no, it's gone, but they put a newer home in there.
Oh, how?
And there's a few new homes up through there. And I showed them where Dr. Snow, and I remember when we was kids, that was our company doctor,
Yeah.
Dr. Snow. And when Daddy worked at Alden, that's the doctor we had to go.
Right.
Some of my brothers and sisters was born through Dr. Snow. Always the company doctor at home.
Well, good thing we had one.
That's right. Well, let me turn this thing off, and I will stop and have a little bit of a visit here.
Okay.